Well, hello my friends. Welcome back to another video of modded Minecraft. Check this out. So while I was exploring, getting some stuff ready for the next episode, I found a village. And I just barely found it. And I wanted to explore it on camera just with you guys. So we will do that right now. Got a building full of looms. Some colorful beds. I just will take one. My inventory is already full, so won't be able to take very much back with me. But I know where this is. It's not too far from home, so I could always come back. What's going on in this house? These are really nice houses. I like this. Got a lectern. Definitely is not your ordinary village, that's for sure. Oh yes. Books. I need books, definitely. Wonder if the normal houses will still spawn. Just because some of the mods add extra villager houses, like Computer Craft adds some. Obsidian, exactly enough for almost exactly enough for a portal. Enchanted books, oh yes, food. Definitely something I need. Alright, what else is there to explore? Got this nice blue building. These buildings are amazing. Oh, it's like a dojo! Oh yeah. Practice all my kung fu moves on the punching bag there. Let's go check out this house over here. Stonemason's hut. Kind of goodies we got in here. An axolotl. I would definitely take that. Rid of those, I already have a bunch of them. What else does this place have? Nothing, okay. Oh, there's a firing range. With lots of stuff that I can't carry, of course. Look at this well, this is an awesome well. Look at it, it's so lush. I like it. That was a pretty fun exploration session. I'll get back with you when I'm back home and I'm ready to start the goal for this video. Whatever you would call it. What we're doing in the episode today, yes. Alright, now that I'm back home, let's get started on this episode. For real this time. Alright, so today I am planning on starting the Botania mod and the Create mod. And I've already got some stuff put together here. Before we start those two, though, I do want to go over some stuff with the Spice of Life. That's how you make the diet journal. And your diet journal pretty much just tells you what you've recently eaten in the history of, you know, however long your history page is. Obviously, I'm probably not going to use that, just because it's kind of useless, if you ask me. In the settings, I can configure it to tell me how many times I've eaten something. Anyways, enough with that. To start Botania, you need a book and a sapling, and you combine them in your crafting grid, and you get the Lexica Botania. Super cool looking book, and it's got all the stuff you need to know about the mod. To start, we'll be making this pure daisy, which is made with 4 white petals in a petal apothecary, and is used to create this living wood and living stone. So to make that, you just throw your petals into the apothecary, and then you have to get seeds. Doesn't matter what kind of seeds. And you throw those seeds into the apothecary with the petals, and it makes your flower with the cool sound effect. That is basically how you start Botania. And You just place them on the ground, and then you'll take logs or stone. I'm pretty sure it has to be the smooth stone. I don't have any of that right now, so we'll just do these logs here. You just place them around them in direct vicinity, and then after, I think, exactly 5 minutes, these logs will be transformed. Alright, it seems it is not 5 minutes anymore. It's much shorter, maybe a minute, 2 minutes. But yeah, wish I could have caught it while it was doing its thing, but I was too slow. But yeah, you could place any type of log around it, at least vanilla logs. I don't know about modded ones. And you get this living wood, and living wood is used for pretty much everything in the pack. So you take one flower, put it in the crafting window, you get 2 petals. Then you put those petals in, and your 3 sticks, and you get the wand of the forest. And the wand of the forest, the petals on this actually change color depending on what types of petals you used. But now I can see basic information about things in Botania. I can't see information on the pure daisies and the petal apothecary because they're not technically functional pieces of the mod pack. But once we build mana spreaders, if I can find them, yeah, mana manipulation. Once you have those, you can make mana spreaders and mana pools, and you can interact with them with this wand. I don't have the stuff to get there right now, so we'll start with the create stuff, and as the stuff is getting ready for Botania, we'll get the create stuff done. The easiest way to start create is by building a water wheel, and you build a water wheel by making these shafts, and these shafts are made with andesite alloy, and andesite alloy is andesite blocks from normal Minecraft and iron nuggets or zinc nuggets, and this andesite alloy is pretty much the thing you make everything in this pack with, or in this mod, as well as some vanilla stuff. So we're gonna make 2 of these water wheels. There's 2 types of water wheels. There's this water wheel, and you can see at the bottom there it says small with a low stress capacity, which isn't too good, so that means we'd have to have a lot of these. However, if you take these water wheels and you surround them by planks once more, you get a big water wheel, and you get a much higher stress capacity, but they turn at like half the speed, if I remember correctly. And these things look really cool. To start the create mod, we can take our water wheels and we can place them. Actually, let's move these over 1 more block so they're closer to the wall here. And now you can see these things are absolutely massive. And we are going to build a little catching chamber for water. To power these water wheels, you can just place water source on them, then it'll flow across the side and make the water wheels spin. And I'm going to grab another bucket real quick. Now both of our water wheels have water going across them, so that means we're getting maximum stress and speed out of this array. So now we're going to place these shafts along the side, and then these shafts are basically how you transport your rotational energy. So with create, if you have these cogwheels and you place them, you can convert speed into stress and stress into speed by doing a transfer from big wheel to little wheel. That creates more speed, and then you just keep doing that, and you can see the gears are slowly getting more and more rotational speed as we go here. And it's very complex. Later in the game there's a better way to do this, but this is just what I'm doing for right now. And there's a way to make it take 90-degree turns. Like so. So we'll put it... let's see, how do we do this? You will place another small one here. Then we're going to place a couple of shafts out. Now we have the rotational force that we need. Or, we have the kinetic stress, and now we've got speed. So now we can do things fast that take a lot of kinetic stress. One of the things you need in the early game to build pretty much everything in the pack is the mechanical press. Another is the depot. Now we take our depot and our mechanical press, and we place them along this shaft here. Depot's got to be 1 block away from your press. And now we can place iron ingots, copper, whatever we need. We just place it on here. I think it takes 2 iron per, and you make these plates. And these plates are how you make your saw blades and your mining drills. Let's see, I'll search them up. Drill. This, you can make the mechanical drill. Oh, actually that one doesn't take it. But I know your saw for making automatic tree farms does. Or they take the plates. Yeah. Technically there are loop arounds that I can use with other mods we have in the pack, but these iron sheets that we get with create are the technical way you're supposed to do it, and it's how you can automate it. But you take these sheets and you can make mechanical saws, which make automatic tree farms, and you know, all sorts of cool stuff. Looks like some friends have stopped by, so I might as well try and take care of these guys. I kind of want this guy's banner. One other thing I'm going to need is a millstone, which allows for the processing. I can figure out how to place it, of certain items. What I'm going to be using millstone for the most is for making super glue out of wheat. Okay, so some time has passed, and I have to admit I messed up my recording a couple of times. Not on purpose, I just had some technical issues happen. So, yeah. This is what I've done. I built a windmill contraption from the Create mod. It's an auto farm, and it's farming just a whole bunch of different crops for me right now. All stuff that I need. And it is dropping everything into this chest here. Basically how it works is I've got a bunch of windmill sails up here. And that's what's making this turn. They're turning based on this bearing that's here. And then I got some internal storage on the contraption. These are, I can't remember what they're called, harvesters, I believe. Mechanical harvesters. And they're all stuck on chassis. That rotates. This is a, whatever this thing is, a storage interface. So whenever this does one rotation, it'll come around and it'll stop here, dump all the items in the internal inventory here, and dump it into this barrel here. And yeah, so that's basically what's going on here. It's really simple to set up, not very expensive too, so it's good for the early game. And we've got to worry about spice of life, so automating this kind of food is one of the things I need to do, just so I don't starve to death constantly. Alright, for the rest of the episode we're just going to be messing around with Botania and getting started. So we did the very basics with our pure daisies and our petal apothecary here. But to take it to the next level, we're going to need a mana pool and a mana spreader. So let's place I didn't really lay out a good area for this. We'll just do something quick and dirty. We'll place our mana pool here, and we'll put our mana spreader down there. Then, with the Wand of the Forest we made earlier, we shift right-click, and that selects it. You can see the little rainbow outline, and we will shift-click on the mana pool. That'll make this mana spreader look at the mana pool. Next step is making a Endoflame, which is like very first starting tier generation flora you can make. So we'll shift right click that, and then we'll click on the mana spreader, and that'll link this flower to the mana spreader. So when this flower is generating mana, this mana spreader will put it into the pool here. And for Endoflames to generate mana, they need a fuel source. So if I give it some planks, it'll start generating mana very slowly because it's the tier 1. But basically it'll burn those planks, and it'll create mana slowly over time, and it gives it to the mana spreader. Mana spreader puts it in this mana pool. Yeah, that's the very first flower you can do in this. However, it does get way more complex the further you go. Just get another 1 or 2 going here. So we'll put another one there. Then put one more. Alright, we got 3 of those now. Now we're just going to take a ton of these planks and just throw them out here. And all 3 of those flowers should start burning them. Now we can see mana is being generated much faster than it was before. However, this mana spreader does not have a very large mana storage inventory. You can see that pool says there's hardly anything in it, but it's almost reaching a quarter on the bar just in the mana spreader. So if I want to generate more mana, I need better generating flowers, or just tons and tons of these Endoflames, which is not what I plan on doing. The last thing we're going to do in this episode is build a runic art altar. So we're going to take this 1 diamond that I have, the only diamond that I have, we're going to convert it into a mana diamond, which has no use as a normal diamond anymore. I can only use it for botania items and crafting recipes. So we'll make our runic altar. This is the recipe. And with the runic altar, we make all sorts of crazy stuff. Runes are the #1 thing you make with this. And these runes are what you use to make pretty much everything in this pack. Like your trinkets, it's how you make your late game stuff. It's also how you make some of the flowers and all of those things. And it does require mana to craft those things. And you have to feed it with a mana spreader from a mana pool, or just your generating flowers, depending on what you've got. And yeah, so that'll be this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye bye.